Hello, everybody.
No. I'm Rick. I'm Tim.
I know. Yeah, let me say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Rick.
I'm Tim.
And this is Two Brothers Outdoors. Tonight, we are going to cut up this cherry log, and it's going to go into the crafter's box. And the reason that we're cutting this log for the crafter's box is because this log has a swoop in it, and this log has rot at one end. It's got some indications of rot. So it's not much good for anything other than firewood or the crafter's box. And after we get into this log and turn it over, we're going to do a multi-cut without unstacking it. We get a lot of questions about the multi-cut. We get a lot of statements and comments. And people just don't understand the multi-cut with a band mill. So we're going to try to explain it to you tonight using this log. And hopefully we can clear that up. All right, guys, let's get sawing. All right, guys, we're going to let the mill warm up for just a minute. We got a balmy 38 degrees and it's raining. It's supposed to be snowing, but it's not. We're going to knock on wood. It's snowing north of us, it's snowing south of us, but as of right now, we are not getting any snow. We are happy about that. We are 2 subscribers away from being 15,300 subscribers. We thank everybody that subscribed to our channel. All right, guys. So we are down in the log. Probably, let me count the cuts real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down in the log 7 cuts. So we're more than 7 inches down in the log. Now, I'm going to move the guy out of the way here. Now, if you look right here, the blade is stuck into this log. And everybody's talking about, oh, you're going to dull your blade, or you're going to burn your blade up, or I don't understand how that works. So let me show you something real quick. See that right there? I'm moving that blade by hand. That blade is not stuck in this log. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tim stand right there by the mill on the log. Now he's going to stand right here, right on the log. And I'm going to show you that even though we've added more weight to the log, I can still move this blade.
Hurts a little bit of that.
Huh?
Would you like some gloves so you don't hurt your
No, the blade's not that sharp. All right, so I'm going to explain to you how this is working, and then we're going to continue cutting this log. Okay, guys, so I'm going to try to explain to you how we can make multiple cuts through a log without pinching the blade, without hurting the blade, without the sawmill lugging down, without any problem at all, which, by the way, with a lot of band mills, it's a standard practice. All right, so this is your typical blade. We use a 10-degree blade. That's the angle of the tooth right here. Now, these teeth, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, I guess you can. All right, so if you look at this tooth right here, this tooth is pointing upwards. And the next tooth is pointing downwards. This tooth is straight. This one's up. This one's down, straight. And that's the way these teeth run, and that is called the tooth set. These blades are 42 thousandths, is that correct? Not 45s, or 42. All right, so these blades are 42 thousandths thick. That's this part right here is 42 thousandths thick. The teeth that are set, they're set approximately 21 thousandths this way, 21 thousandths that way. Is that correct?
10-degree cut.
So what that does is that's 21 thousandths away from the main blade and 21 thousandths this way away from the main blade. So what that actually does is it leaves a cut in the log wider than the blade. The blade can move freely because the cut is wider than the blade is thick. Now, as that blade's going through there, it's cutting a gap wider than the blade. So the blade is not touching the wood. It's very loose. The only thing that's touching the wood are the teeth. Now, this wood back here, it will push down eventually like this from the weight, but it still leaves the blade loose because you have no material missing here. So this is solid. The only thing, remember, the only thing it's touching is the teeth. The blade itself is not touching the wood. So as this crushes down from the weight, this stays open because you still have solid wood here. And as this blade moves the solid wood out of the way, it's also progressing forward, leaving more solid wood in front of it. And as the gap closes, it can't close completely where the blade is because you have too much solid wood in front of it. So as this blade works its way through the log, these gaps will close on the end, but they won't close up here because the wood is solid. Once the blade reaches the end right here and comes out, this wood will collapse just like this, but at the point that it collapses, the blade is already free of it. So that's why the blade doesn't overheat. That's why it doesn't dull the blade. That's why the blade doesn't get stuck in the log. It doesn't leave burn marks on the wood. The blade, literally, the blade itself, this part, does not touch the wood. The only thing that touches the wood is the teeth. And as you can see, that's not very much. All right, guys, I hope I explained that so you can understand it. If you have any questions, feel free to throw it down here in the comments and we'll try to answer them.
You just don't mess with our company.
I do what? Yes. I told Mike I was pretty excited about that.
You want to slice it first before you do that?
Do
You want to slice it first before you do that? The chainsaw?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Good. Nice.
9 foot.
Good eyeball, Tim. Good eyeball, brother.
You already got one thing out of me, now you ain't getting another.
I was right. Still.
No rubbing it in.
9 foot. Very good. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Now, you may have noticed tonight that I was pushing the mill a little harder than I normally push it. That's because we were told we're sawing too slowly, and it's not good for the blade to go too slow to the wood. So I really pushed it tonight. Really pushed it into the governor on the motor. The blade is pretty dull. It actually should have been changed before we started. But I was pretty impressed on how fast I was able to push. And and the motor keep up.
Think that was fast. That's how I do my next one. I'll be like a speed demon.
Smells in here a little bit. Put a new extension on my exhaust pipe, on my muffler, to blow the exhaust up towards the ceiling. And it's burning the paint off.
Yeah.
It stinks. Smells like burnt paint.
Sticky. Word for it.
For a log that was not in too good a shape, appeared to be anyway. Look at this grain. Look at all this wild grain right here. And here.
Only 6 inches into the side.
Some crafter is going to fall in love with that.
Hear me?
I hear you.
Only 6 inches into this end.
Look at this. Look at this wild grain over here, Tim. Look at this. That's pretty slick, ain't it? This is black cherry. This is one of our best sellers. This moves off the shelves pretty fast.
Almost faster than what we get cut down.
Yes. I do believe this blade is shot.
I think we'll give it away.
Ah,
The washboard or the washboard?
yeah.
We can pile it up all over there.
Yeah, we'll move it. We'll move it this weekend. All right.
Pretty quick.
My first cut was just a little bit too thick, so we're going to put that back on the mill. Get one more 8-foot board out of it, or 9-foot board, and then we will count up and see how much we'll make off of this log. That wasn't a very nice log.
$10. 'Cause now we can only ask $2.50 for that one.
Well, guys, that log wasn't a prize, but it sure turned out some nice wood for the crafter's box. The rotten spots in the other end were only in a couple of inches. So that was like pretty good pile. Got 18 boards out of this. 18 boards we will be able to sell individually as crafters wood. Good deal. Took a firewood log and made some decent money out of it. All right, guys, we appreciate you coming along with us. Hit that subscription button if you're not a subscriber.
Notification bell.
Thumbs up. You know the deal. All right, guys.
We'll subscribe, guys.
Until the next one, we will catch you later.
Bye-bye now.